Well, hello everyone. Thank you for joining this webinar. My name is Ana. I am an account manager at Odoo. And here is my colleague Pedro, a partner manager. And we're happy to talk about customer retention and why it will help you to increase your sales.
Okay, so why are we suggesting this webinar for our partners at Odoo? We have realized that many partners are actually losing a lot of potential, growing potential, by actually selling to new customers instead of actually focusing on a more profitable way, doing farming. This means basically doing a retention plan for existing customers. So what are some of the reasons that we gather to get this information? So some partners told us that they do this because they focus on new sales and they have a short-term vision on revenues. So they think they get more profits by actually selling to new customers instead of focusing on existing customers. Then they mention, one of the things that they mention as the most is that they have lack of resources in time and staff. So they do not have the resources to actually work on a retention plan. Also, the lack of knowledge on retention benefits. They don't really see why it should be good for them to create a retention plan. And the focus of this webinar is to actually help you see this point. Then also the client satisfaction assumption. They have a reactive approach. This means they wait for clients to come and say, look, we have a problem, instead of the partners seeing opportunities and check and anticipate these problems beforehand. But actually, this could be only myths. Actually, we did our research and retaining clients can be 4 to 7 times cheaper than acquiring new clients. Also, we figured that the most profitable partners at Odoo have plus 91% retention rate. Also, 80% of the clients are willing to pay more if they know they will have a better retention plan from the partners they are working with. Moreover, we figured that partners that have good references and are recommended from existing clients, they tend to sell 3 times faster than a partner that is working with a new client that is coming from normal marketing resources. And the main reason for clients leaving a partner is because they have a bad customer service.
Indeed, Pedro. So, of course, there are some reasons that Pedro already mentioned, but this will also help you, and it's very, very important to have a clear customer retention business plan because it will help you to reduce churn rates. Of course, if you have regular check-ins, upselling relevant modules, for example, offering ongoing support, and of course, this is going to be mentioned later. This will significantly reduce customer churn. This will also increase profits. And of course, following constantly your clients will help you to build trust and loyalty. The word of mouth is, of course, one of the cheapest ways and the most efficient ones to get new leads, of course. So if you have happy clients that will refer you as a partner, it's amazing. And always stay competitive.
I mean, if you actually manage to give a good retention plan for your clients, this will be a very great added value for your clients to keep choosing you as their partner.
Indeed. And what is important is now, what do we do as a partner? So let's start our own business plan. This is going to be also, of course, based on your level. If you're a partner, like a gold partner or a silver partner, for example, and the type of clients you have. It's not the same as being, for example, a learning partner that has small business than a big partner with many business already. So it depends on that. So step 1 will be, before going to the second step, the step 1 will be the general basis that you all need to keep in mind. The first one is the structure, that it has to be structured and replicable. This means that if your business is, for example, growing and you have different offices, that this business plan is already so structured that you can have it and you can get to know it in the different office or in different departments. Of course, it needs to be cost effective and reliable based on the time and the money you could have to invest this. always think that this plan needs to be always customer and feedback oriented. That means that is the customer who is your client and who needs to be the main of focus and the main of the point of attention of this business plan. So always think about, how to understand what are their needs, do they really need this or not, how to have a successful project, and what can I do from my side. Always try to have it measurable. That means through surveys, and this is something that we will mention later, but it has to be measurable and it has to have results and facts, and always aligned with Odoo. For the step 2, we propose 3 different levels of clients because we need to understand and categorize the clients. So you need to identify the clients and the type of clients and what strategies and efforts you need to put into them. So to focus on the 3 levels, we have the key accounts, the mid accounts, and the basic accounts. But not now the question, Pedro, is how to know where to put my clients and if it's a key account or a basic account, for example. So for that, we have some criteria to separate them. The first one is the revenue and the contract value, of course. But on the other side is the engagement and the activity from the client. So are they really asking for support? Do they have regular suggestions or requests for you as a partner? Also think about the growth potential. Is it a big client or a small client planning to grow in Odoo? So for example, it's not the same having a client with 5 users in the subscription and for the moment using just CRM, but they have 400 employees and they have different softwares to work with marketing and with manufacturing. So this has a growth potential, and this could be classified as a key account, even that for the moment it's a small client. On the other hand, you can have a client with 3 users in the subscription, but it's a small shop and there are no plans to grow. They just use POS for their little shop, and that nothing's gonna happen. They're gonna stay standard, and they're gonna have small requests and development. So maybe that can be a basic account or mid account, depending on that. Also think about the complexity of the needs. Do they really need a lot of customizations or not? And of course, the strategic importance on that.
So let's go now to step 3, concrete goals to improve the client retention. What is important to know when you're creating your retention business plan is that you have certain goals to follow. So these are some of the goals that we have gathered for you. And for us, what is really important is that you can foster a long-term commitment with your clients. What do we mean with this? You have a client, you implement Odoo to them. Great, good job. But what is happening is that this client is actually looking to have this ERP for a very long term, most likely the whole lifetime of the company. So you need to focus that your services as a partner are very good during this long-term commitment that you're having with them. Also, always improve your support and your communication channels. It is important that the client focus is always in your company and that it's very easy from your clients to reach to you, but also very easy from you to communicate with your clients, that you understand who is the head of each department and with who to communicate in case of any situation. Always to have the client feedback on the retention plan that you're having and always be looking for continuous improvement for them. As well, it is important to know that if your clients are happy with you and they understand very well how to use Odoo, they will not come to you as much as a client that don't have a basic knowledge of Odoo. So make sure that your clients have the knowledge, have the access, and understand well thanks to a good training that you provide. Also, what is really important is to have a proactive upselling approach. What does this mean? Is that your client doesn't come to you and say, hey, we will be interested in implementing manufacturing for our company. This should be something that you have in your roadmap very well ahead, and that you understand that they have a department of manufacturing, that this is an important activity for them, and it could be a potential upselling for this client. So in a few years, it could be a good moment to reach to them and show them all the potentialities that you have with Odoo. And of course, to foster a community.
Indeed.
What is the next step? It is common tools that you can use in your retention plan. So these are tools that you can use with Odoo for the 3 different levels. For this one, as a first one, we have the contact form. Why is great the contact form? Because here you will be able to follow up on all the clients that you have in Odoo. You will be able to use different tags. You can label them in which level of customer they are, if they are key account, mid account, basic account, but also in which industries they are working and which applications. As well, you will be able to have all the information from the people that are working in this client. You can have a whole information about the different tasks and support tickets that they have with you, upsell quotations, services that you offer. But as well, in the chatter, you will be able to see all the track history that it has happened with this client, who has helped them, what has been done, but as well the future activities that you will have to be the best partner for the client service support
And
system.
remember that in the chatter you will be always able to track the emails you exchange with your client. So that could be also useful.
It's a
because,
great asset, of course.
If someone leaves or is not available in your company and there was a historic of the emails, it will be great to have everything there.
You
in the
will be
chatter.
always able to find it there. So that's amazing,
That's
as
great.
well as your documents and so on.
Indeed.
As well, what is important is the surveys.
Indeed. As you say, Pedro, the services are really, really important because it's the way for you to measure and to have a clear understanding on the evolving customer satisfaction. You know that at the beginning, maybe they are super enthusiastic about the project and they're happy to see all the benefits from Odoo, but maybe throughout the project implementation, maybe there can be like ups and downs depending on how many things will be customized, how many things will be implemented. Of course, it's very important to keep in mind a lot of things and you as partners, how sometimes it can be a bit painful. So throughout the service, you will be able to understand what is happening with the clients and if they're really satisfied and what is maybe not happening or not being really good. And of course, there are many ways for you to have some questions. From our side, we suggest a standard metric, which is the Net Promoter Score. This is a way for you to categorize the clients and the client satisfaction. It's an overall view of how they feel throughout the project implementation. You can do it after every phase, for example, that you do, or every year if it's already a client that went already live, or after testings or after upgrades. So it will be really useful. And of course, mainly you can categorize the client's responses from 0 to 10, being 0 to 6 a detractor, is 7 to 8 a passive client, and 9 to 10 a promoter. So this is interesting, and for you to structure your questions, you can think a bit of the overall satisfaction, what questions you can do regarding that, about service and support quality, about implementation and customization, for example. And you can also try to make questions regarding the business impact of Odoo and what you have done in the company. Because as you know, there are some clients who just start with Excel and they just move and jump to Odoo as an ERP, or maybe they just go from different software. So that's really, really interesting to see and how to measure that satisfaction.
Yeah. With Anna, we think this is a great tool to actually see and start your retention plan to see in which level your clients are. Indeed. At the moment. Are they happy with you? Are they not?
Because that happens that sometimes we assume that clients are happy because they don't ask anything, they don't request any service, but we don't know if they're really happy, or maybe they're just facing any difficult process throughout the project. And well,
yeah, I think you guys will be surprised how many clients are actually not happy with the partners, and the partners think that the clients love them, but that's not always the situation, so it is always good to assess.
Indeed.
As well, another tool that we have in Odoo, a very well-known one, is the email marketing. This is a great tool to create newsletter, to keep your database of clients aware of what's happening in your ecosystem as a partner, but also all the great news that are happening in Odoo, new applications, new versions that are happening, and it is, of course, a good way for you to share also what are you doing well with your clients. So let me give you an example. I have a very good client that I implemented an amazing manufacturing application of Odoo. They did super well. They increased double the efficiency of their company. And you can actually share this history with your other clients. And this will be a great way to you actually upsell your product of manufacturing. Where they will say, oh, amazing, I can use manufacturing as well in my company. But also they could say, hey, I actually have a friend that has a manufacturing company very related to this one. Maybe I can recommend them to this partner to use manufacturing. And of course, this is a very good way to foster community, have a proactive upselling, and knowledge sharing and training for your clients.
Indeed. And let's don't forget about the Referrals app. I am not sure how many of you as partners use it, but this can be a way of encourage your clients to refer you as a partner. So, of course, this can be a bit of win-win. So if they refer you, you can offer like free services. So, for example, 3 hours of consultancy, or you can even, you can also use it as a customer success stories for the client to have a view on your social or on your media, for example, on your website or on your social media. So they will also have views and they will like to get to know the company. And from their side, they can also talk about their experience implementing Odoo with you as a partner. So it's a bit a way for you to also have a loyalty program with them, and like some partners do, the best clients they can come to the Odoo experience in Brussels. So it's also something that could help engage the clients more.
Yeah, let's remember, word of mouth is always cheaper
Indeed.
and more efficient than normal marketing.
Indeed.
And then, of course, the application knowledge. This is an amazing module where you can actually include a lot of information on how to tackle the different tasks for your customer service. One of the pain points that we receive as an excuse of why I'm not having a good retention plan is because of lack of resources and time and so on. But actually, all your employees can be handling these ticketings and support system. So you here in knowledge, you can actually put the checklist, what you need to do, and this way you can be way more efficient in tackling the different requests you may have.
Also, last but not least, e-learning platform or e-learning application. It's also very interesting. I am sure you know that from our side we have all the Odoo trainings there, but why not making your own tutorials and online courses for your clients? So this can be even for your clients, but also for to do trainings internally in your company. So it's a good way also to share knowledge to your clients constantly. Also because, well, there's some clients that request really basic things. They ask a lot. Me as an account manager, sometimes I have really basic questions from the clients that it could be solved just through a small course or a small tutorial. So why not having or investing more time in other things and retaining clients rather than just giving trainings constantly?
That's great. And now let's create a roadmap for our retention plan based on the 3 different levels that we have been discussing. So first, we need to understand that when we sell an ERP, we have different steps in the sales process. So, of course, first the qualification, then demo, the implementation proposal, negotiation, and closing. And once we have finished this, we start with the customer retention, which include implementation success, the training, support maintenance, relationship management, and so on. But what we need to understand, what is very important, is that the qualification step is one of the most important ones for you to consider. In the qualification, we will be able to understand what are the needs, what are the pain points, what are the expectations that our clients are having of us as a partner, not only in the implementation, but also in the customer retention later. Okay, so what is important is that here you have to be able to say, okay, is this client good and related to what I offer as a service? Is related to my vertical of inventory and manufacturing? Or maybe it's a client that is working with marketing and it will take me way more time to solve their issues later. And maybe what is the best option for you is to say no. Also, what we have realized is that in qualification, many partners do not accomplish to do a very good qualification. And sometimes when you actually need to do active listening of the client and what is what they request, many times it happens that the partner talks 80-70% of the qualification when it should be actually the opposite. And then for everything related to implementation, we really recommend you to read the implementation methodology. This book is going to help you a lot. You will be able to implement way better Odoo. And as well in the partnership knowledge base, which is something that every partner can access to, you will be able to find the progress report, which will be very helpful for you to track the implementations. Okay? So now that we have this whole process for the customer retention plan, we have created kind of these steps for you. This is not something that you have to do. You can adequate it to your resources on ways of working. But for us, this could be the basic. So for basic and mid accounts, what is important is always to follow up 2 to 3 times per year minimum, offering reactive support to ask how they are doing, the same with the meetings. And in case of on-site visits, we only recommend it if you question yourself first. Is this visit worth it? Is going to bring added value to the client and to me as partner? And if the answer is yes, then go, because it's a great opportunity for you to meet with the client and identify new needs. But as well, it is important to consider them in a long-term strategy. So the idea is that when you get a client, you don't just go on the way, but actually you have a 2, 3, 5 years strategy with what do you expect to have in those moments with this client. And of course, you can have all these different applications that we just recently shared with you. But what about the key accounts? For the key accounts, we will have some key actions and some key game changers for you. For us, what is very important is the quarter meetings. Quarter meetings are something that you need to have with your clients that are key. And you have to have them know with the project manager of Odoo of that company that is the constant person that you're having contact, but most likely with C-level, with people that are taking decisions, the people that are actually seeing what are the results of the company, because you need to understand that an ERP, you just don't get it for the digitalization of your company, but also because you want your company to grow, you want your company to be more efficient, you want to hire more people, and you want to get to more clients. And all of this you can manage with Odoo. And you as a partner, you are a key responsible to manage this success. So it is important to have these meetings. Also on-site visits. Again, they bring a lot of added value and you will be able to create a better relationship with your client, but also you will be able to see things on live. And this will help you to create new opportunities and to be able to help them better. Again, important to have this long-term strategy, again, with these key accounts, but also high-level support. With this, we are not saying don't have a high-level support with the basic and mid accounts. Not at all. But what we are saying is that do the extra mile with these clients. One action that we do a lot in Odoo, and very good partners that also do as well, is that once you offer the support, ask them for feedback. How do you like our support? How do you like our response time? How can we be better for the next time? Try to manage this. Use the knowledge part and make all your employees involved with the customer success, because it's gonna be a key difference for your partnership. A key game changer, the collaboration with other departments. Maybe you were hired for certain departments to do a consultancy for this client, but discuss with the other departments, with the other heads. Maybe they have some pain points that are not to work yet with Odoo, but they could be a potential opportunity for you. Also, loyalty rewards. Again, what we discussed with the referral part, this can make the difference to make your clients to feel better and to feel rewarded for being such a loyal customers. And of course, Odoo meetings with your amazing account managers, they will be always for you. They will be available to not only have meetings with the clients that are key, but also they will, if you request them and we can organize something, they can actually visit these clients and see how is everything doing there. So this is an amazing added value that we give as a company, and we encourage you to use your account managers. And all of these activities are related to applications that you have at Odoo, very easy access for you as a partner, but also to the goals that we say that are key when you are settling a business plan on retention.
Indeed, so we already mentioned some steps that you can have in mind to implement your retention plan in your company, but let's talk about, or at least let's mention, what are the risks of not taking actions. So there are multiples, but for sure, a partner that does not have a retention plan, or at least is less structured, they will have higher churn rate possibilities than a partner that has a really structured retention plan. So that's very, very important. Of course, you will miss upsell opportunities. So, for example, if there's a client that has accounting and wants to expand to CRM or HR, for example, you need to have a proactive communication, and that will allow you to avoid that the client is looking for other opportunities outside, maybe with another software, because you were just not there for them to offer this opportunity with Odoo, for example. And of course, increased support will have less cost. So, for example, if you have a minor issue in the sales app and you don't pay attention to that error, then probably it will go to a bigger issue that will be more costly for the client and will be more difficult for you to solve it. So try to avoid these things and be more proactive when helping the client with this. And of course, the loss of long-term stability is also a problem. Of course, if you lose clients and current clients, existing clients, then you will need to chase and look for new clients constantly. And this will be, of course, at the beginning, probably you will have a revenue, but then to build this relationship you will need more time. So please keep that in mind. And then, of course, there are some examples of retention. I have some good practices from some gold and silver partners. And let's don't forget also from the ready and learning partners. They are maybe small, but they have also interesting way of retaining their clients. For example, I have, it's a learning partner. They are quite good in the retention. So they mainly, of course, before explaining, it's very important to understand that this is not the best way of doing it or the correct one, but it's ways and examples for you to keep in mind and maybe put into practice if you find it interesting. So this learning partner basically has a WhatsApp group per client, so they're always they're all in the group from the company, and they are always willing to answer any question that the client has. So they are really, really proactive, and they act really fast when the client has questions. On the other side, I have an example of a gold partner that they have a really structured retention plan. This plan is interesting because they basically have many project managers. The project managers, they are focused on maybe 2 or 3 projects or maybe 2 or 3 clients. So they are really focused on them. Everybody has to answer the request or tickets when there's an emergency or an error from any client. And on the other side, what is pretty interesting is that the main pillar of this company is the customer retention or the customer care. That means that the main thing that they need to focus is how to retain my clients, and then they focus on the rest. So I can see that they have a really good retention plan. And just to finish, this one is really interesting, and I found it really interesting. This partner, they are a company of 40 people, 40 employees. They're all project managers. They all are in charge of all the clients. But on the other side, they externalize the IT or the implementation. So the development and all the IT department is externalized with our developers on demand in India. So the main company and the 40 employees are focused on the client retention, on following up on the projects, and that makes them really good partners and a really high retention.
Very nice.
So yes, so mainly this is a bit our tips and tricks and some ideas that we wanted to share. Of course, please don't forget that as account managers and partner managers at Odoo, we're also here to help to build this strategy, and of course to go also together with the clients and make this a successful plan.
Yes. So if you're looking to start your retention plan, we recommend you to get in contact with your partner manager and account manager.
Indeed.
Because they are the best starting point, and we are just waiting for you to start with it. So now we will start with the questions that you may have, and we will have like some moment, and we will start answering all the questions that you may have for us today. Looking forward for that.
So the first question comes from Steven. He is mainly asking, building a customer retention plan sounds interesting, but he would like to know how it will be possible to do it through the CRM, or how else we can do to keep track of everything.
We love this question because we see Steven is already thinking on how he can use Odoo to have his retention plan, which we love that. And I think CRM maybe is more focused for new potential leads and clients. Indeed. And to close them. I think the best tool for you will be the contact form. In the contact form, you can actually create activities. So you can set up like a template of activities and say, okay, each 2 months, I'm going to contact this client, or each 6 months, then I'm going to organize a meeting with them physically, or I'm organize a video call. And what is nice about Odoo is that you can actually manage to put the video link with it, or even if it is by visiting them in the company, that's something that you could also do. So though I will say the contact form is a great way, and also of course you can use project management to manage what is happening with this client and the different tasks to do for them, and the checklist that you can also track from there. So we recommend you to use these tools.
Indeed. And we have also another question from LinkedIn, coming from a client from LinkedIn, and they are asking if they don't receive good feedback, what should they do? So, well, in that case, I think that the best way is to improve and to see what are the points that needs to be improved.
No.
Maybe it's something that it's in your hands, maybe not, but it's something that you need to analyze. And we always suggest to communicate what it has been improved or what it has been changed. And I think they feel thankful about it, because maybe if they send you the feedback and they say they are not really happy, if nothing is communicated, means that maybe nothing changed and it's going to be the same and it's going to remain like that. So try to communicate any improvement.
And I think it's it's a great step that they are telling you actually that they are unhappy with a specific service. And I think it is always important to be empathetic with the client. So do not go to fight, because we see many times partners are like fighting because their pride can be affected by someone saying that their service is not good. But actually what you should do is like, okay, let's listen to you. Let's listen to his feedback. Let's see what we can do better and take this feedback, listen to you, and then how can we do a working plan to improve this for you. And I think they will really appreciate a lot that from your clients.
Indeed. Let's see if we have other questions.
Okay, so I think we have Sophie. She says, but if I want to have some sales or marketing automations on my smallest clients, I will need some kind of client dynamic change of status. For me, for small clients, yeah, you can actually create some automations. That's totally okay, and I think is what we recommend, no? That you can automate these activities, so you don't have to go one by one creating very specific emails, which could be some loss of time. And yeah, of course, CRM and RFF could be of use. But we, again, more than CRM, I will use the contact form.
Indeed. There's also somebody from YouTube asking that they would like to be assisted with a website. Of course, we have those services.
Yes. So depending on where you're located, you can access two ways. You can go directly to a partner manager. So basically to a partner. So basically you just go to the Odoo website, you search for partners in your country, and you will be able to see all the different levels of partners and what they offer and what are their specializations. Then you can choose the best partner for you. But also we have a direct sales team, which can also support you depending on where are you located. And anyways, we will be happy to help you.
Or if you have a partner already, and probably your partner does not have the knowledge or does not have the time, you can also count on our website group and website department that will be able to help you with that.
So we are looking forward for your call.
Yeah, just contact us.
So there is one question that it says, is there some cool way to make reviews easy for customers, like mobile app that send notifications after job is done and quickly navigates clients to review? So I think this could be related to the survey application. Indeed. No? So basically when you send a survey, you should be able from your end, from your back end in Odoo, to be able to see all the responses. You can actually set in the settings that you want to know when they are answered. And in this way, you will be able to understand what are the results of your surveys and create a cool plan, like in e-learning. You can create a cool plan with some website or even marketing emails. So you can totally manage to do that.
Indeed. Maybe the one from Michael, I see.
Yes, so I think we have one question from LinkedIn. From Michal. So he would like to be advised on what applications should we base our new marketing sales projects. Well, so I think for this, the best is to go to a business advisor of Odoo or a partner. They will be able to do a qualification on what are your basic needs, because every sales strategy and every business flow will differ from each need of the client. And that is the cool cool thing about Odoo, that we adapt to different industry, different type of companies, and depending on what you need, we will offer you the best solution for you.
Mm-hmm. What else? We have a person from YouTube asking, okay, we're talking about long-term vision and customer retention, which is very good, but he would like to know if we are considering to lower our license fee in the years to come. Well, this is something that I'm not sure if you're already a client. If you're already a client or a partner, our price changed some years ago. Now we are not charging for the application, so you can have all the applications for free, and you just need to pay for the licenses. So this is quite competitive in the market. And of course, there's also the possibility to engage in a multi-year contract, which is lower the price, and there's discounts.
What I love about Odoo is the fact that it's so accessible in price. For the ERP you are getting a lot out of value. And one of the things that I hear a lot from my clients is that one of the nicest things of Odoo is that you can be a company of 3 users, but you can grow and have the same potential of an ERP of a company that is 2,000, 3,000 users. So the fact that you're having such a powerful tool at this price, it's not comparable. So we are very happy about the solution we give to the price we give as well.
Indeed. We're
so I think we are good with the questions.
It's okay.
And well, thank you so much for being with us today. We are looking forward to your emails, to contact us, to start doing your retention plan. We are sure that you're going to have an amazing result, and we are looking forward for that. So we keep in touch, and see you later.
Thank you. Bye.